team here. This game 7 was for promotions. Do you expect to win?
Well, it's obviously a rival, divisional opponent. Always a great atmosphere here, so I think it's going to be a great challenge. Obviously, a very good hockey team. Obviously, we just want to get our game going and get back on the right side of the way we want to play and earn a good result. So that's where our focus is. I think, last year's in the past, and it is what it is. We've taken the off season to regroup, have a new group here, and new season, and just excited for the opportunity tonight.
Just a 2-game losing streak, but what's your sense of the level of concern in your room right now?
Well, I think anytime you don't play to our expectation or to our standard, I think there's always attention and focus on what we need to be better and to correct that as quickly as possible. So I thought we haven't really practiced here in the last little while, so I thought yesterday was a really good day for us. Good competitive day. Intensity was high. I thought the energy was great. Guys excited to get back to work and turn the page and ready for a good challenge today. So there's always urgency every time of the year, certainly when you haven't gotten the results or played the way that like I said, you have your standards and expectations, and we have to be better.
Is it as simple as going back to how you guys played in the first 6 games, or is it something you identify in the last 2 games that you address as problem areas that you have to correct?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. I think, we did a lot of things that we wanted to do and building the identity of how we want to play, and certainly the things that Craig's brought in and the coaching staff, things that are foundational pieces for our hockey club and what we need to have success. And obviously we've probably gotten away from those a little bit, and talk about them, watch it a little bit, and refocus. And like I said, had a really good day yesterday of just getting some work in, competing hard, and getting some of those details cleaned up and getting a little sharper. So like I said, it's a great opportunity to get back at it tonight with a really good challenge.
Sure, you guys were aware that Stolarz had a good year last year, but just watching him, being in the room with him, seeing him get off to the start he has, how much confidence has that given you when playing in front of him?
Yeah, I think we got tremendous depth in the position, so a lot of confidence in our goaltending, and Stoley's started off really well, and I think his demeanor really reflects that. He's just very, very chill, very calm, easygoing type of guy, and really shows that in the net. I think a lot of belief and trust in himself and what he does, and what makes him the type of goalie that he is. So we got full confidence in him, and really excited to have him here.
What's it like playing with Steven Lorentz? Seems like a pretty high-energy guy.
Yeah, Stevie's got a lot of energy, extremely positive, and I think just his ability to get on the forecheck and play physical, but also just limit time and space and pressure the opponent, and cause turnovers, and then just being a big body that's hard to handle and deal with. I found that for us was really effective for our line, so something we want to continue, all 3 of us, but he definitely leads the charge in that department, and how he can just get on top of the opponent.
I imagine going through an illness early in the year is not ideal, but getting through that, where are you at with your own game here as things have gotten going?
Yeah, I think things have been building since obviously I was pretty sick there for a few days, and it took a little bit to get my energy back. But I feel every day, every game, legs feel a little better, energy's a little better, my rhythm, my timing. For whatever reason, missing the amount of time that I did, I think I was off the ice for at least 4 days, and obviously didn't play for about a week. It just got me a little bit out of sync from competitive and playing side of it. So just been good, just doing what I got to do to get myself ready to play and be effective and accounted on. So every day's been better and better.
What do you think that Riley Ekman-Larsson duo can do for you guys together?
Well, obviously two guys that are dynamic offensively and have great instincts, great mobility, puck skills. So just the ability to create offense, be difficult to defend, and obviously move the puck up to us forwards. Always love guys that can move the puck the way that they can. So just really effective in all 3 zones.
What's your sense of the group coming off a couple of losses going into this one?
I think we feel good. It's we had a good practice yesterday. Obviously, not the way we wanted to play in front of the hometown, and against St. Louis, obviously Chiefs' old team, and obviously not a great game in Columbus either. But you're going to have those games like we talked about. But a good chance to go out and put a good game forward against a division rival. Obviously two teams that don't like each other. So we're going to have to show we can get up for this one.
What sort of feelings or emotions get stirred up when you walk into this building this morning?
Yeah, I mean, you have a quick flashback, but that was last year, and we're looking forward to this year and what we can do in the postseason this year. So, I think you remember, but you forget.
How much confidence and trust has Stolarz built up with you guys with the way he started this season?
I mean, he's been unbelievable. He's been steady every game he's played. He's given us a chance to win every day. So, obviously, a lot of confidence when he's in the net, and expect it again.
How would you describe his personality, like around the guys? What's he like?
Pretty laid back. Yeah, loves his sports. Talks a lot about every sport out there.
Oh, yeah?
He loves all sports. So. That's a lot of the conversations.
Were you guys watching the World Series last night? You see the
walk-off? I forgot it was on, and I did not see it, unfortunately. To be honest, I'm not a huge baseball guy. There's no contact in baseball, so it's not really for me.
Why'd you switch the stick around for your little tip drill there at the end?
I was feeling it in the tip, so I figured I'd switch it around. I started doing that with Kreider in New York, actually. He does it. It's obviously very, very good in front of the net, so it just kind of works on the hand-eye a little bit more.
Steven Lorentz moving up the lineup. Like, what have you noticed about him? What sort of impression has he made?
I mean, he's been steady all year. He's obviously had a good camp and made a good impression. And he's come in, and I love playing with him. He plays physical, direct, and I think he brought that to Johnny's line last game. He's been good wherever he's been slotted in. But he's a lot of fun to play with.
Coming off a couple of tough losses.
I think all the boys are positive. We know we have to be better. We have to learn from those 2 games and then forget about it. Learn and forget. 82-game season. You can dwell on those little games. I think all the boys are going to be prepared to play tonight and make sure we come out hungry.
What's the biggest thing you learned from the last couple of games taking into tonight?
It's just like take nothing for granted, right? We had a good game against Tampa, and then coming after that game and playing like that, it's not something you want to do often. You want to be as constant as possible. So for us, I think it's just getting our groove back, finding our identity, and just being aggressive to play, hard to play against, and just bring that mindset every game.
What sort of extra emotions are there when you're placing the team that knocked you out last year in the building where it happened?
Obviously, there's a sour taste a bit, but it's last year. This year it's a new year. Like I said, you have to learn about those years, forget, and then you just have a new year, new team, right? We have to build forward, look forward, and see where it brings us.
What sort of confidence and trust has Anthony Stolarz built up with the way he's started this season with you guys?
No, I mean, I played with Stoli for 3 years in Anaheim, so I know how he is. He's a big boy. He started real well with us, and I'm sure he's going to continue to play like that. He's a great goalie. He sees the puck and he plays the puck real well. So for us D, it's really helpful. When your goalie's playing the puck. So I'm sure he's going to keep doing the same way he's been doing.
What sort of impression has Lorentz made on you?
Good too. Same thing. He's he just won the cup, right? So he knows what it takes. He's good on the wall. He's physical. He bring his body to the net. He's not scared to get in those little dirty corners. So I'm excited to see how he grows within the team for sure.
How are you feeling about your game early in the season?
It's all right. It's early season. You always try to improve yourself. I can't say I'm satisfied with the way I play, but just trying to build on what I do good and work on my the thing I've been doing less good. So from there, I just, like I said, keep building, and just trying to improve myself every day, every game.
What do you like about how the team's responding to a couple of tough results?
Yeah, we're trying to keep it light. It's a long season, right? Like, you can't hit the panic button 8 games into the season. A lot of things are going to happen, and it's a new system and stuff like that. So it takes time for guys to adjust a little bit. So we're kind of going through that right now. But we know what we have to do. We just have to do things harder and a little bit faster. And if we do that, then we'll be okay.
How would you describe the intensity of that Panthers Bruins series? Like what was it like to be part of that one?
Yeah, it was a war, and we kind of knew that that was going to be one of our stronger tests in the playoffs. Just looking around at teams, I think we felt that was a group that played pretty close to the same systems that we did in Florida, so we knew it was going to be a war, and that's what we got out of them. You know, there were some close games, and it was a hard-fought battle right to the end.
Some of the other guys were talking about a sour taste walking in, a bit of a flashback. Do you have a smile when you walk into this building, considering what happened last year?
I had a smile, but I still got the sour taste too. You know, there's still a rivalry that, you know, being a Leafs fan growing up, you know, I never really liked these guys a whole lot, and you know, I don't think they like us either. So, you know, that comes with the rivalry going way back, and I'm just excited for a great matchup head-to-head. It's going to be a good test for both groups. So, yeah, we're looking forward to it. I'm more excited than anything.
What's it mean to get a look beside John on that line?
It was cool, definitely cool. Those guys think and play the game at a very high level, and Robbie too. You know, he's obviously got that engine that never stops going, and John's just so good with the puck. So I was just trying to not change my game and you know, simplify things and just be a big body. And you know, we had some good shifts, but you know, it doesn't matter who you're playing with in this lineup. You know, there's good players all up and down the roster, so it doesn't really matter. As long as you bring your game, then you're going to have success.
What are the conversations like when you do get put with new guys as you try to figure out how to best complement one another?
Yeah, I think some guys think you have to go in and change your game. I think John did a good job. I just went and talked to him and said, you know, what do you want from me tonight? And he just said, let's just be hard on the forecheck, and you know, that's something that's a strong asset in my game. And I think, you know, just being able to go into the corners and get those guys the puck and let them do the skill work, and I just go to the net and maybe bang one in. I think that's a recipe that we talked about, and you know, it was easy to play with those guys. They're very understanding, and you know, if you have questions and stuff, they're approachable, and yeah, it was great. So it was a lot of fun to do that, play with those guys, and like I said, it doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. It's, you know, you're playing with good players.
Shooting on Anthony before the skate begins, does that date back to your Florida days? Is he your go-to guy? Are you the go-to guy for him for those warm-ups?
I don't know about that yet.
Okay.
You know, Bobby last year, that was right out of training camp, so we're a little behind the 8 ball there, but we had a pretty good warm-up there. I put some pretty good shots, and I felt like I was pretty comfortable in that spot. So, you know, hopefully tonight, if I'm shooting from that spot, I'm not shooting it right in the goalie's glove.
Are you expecting tonight a Bruins team that's lost a few in a row as well?
Yeah, it'll be a hard game for sure. You know, they're going to come out hard. They always do. They're a very good team, and a lot of history with these two teams, as you guys know. So I expect you know, hard game from both teams.
In general, what kind of relationship do you like to have with your captain? Like, how frequently do you communicate? How important is that, the head coach captain?
No, it's important. You know, not only the captain, but, you know, everybody. But I get what you're saying with the captain. I mean, you know, Matthew and we talk probably daily, you know, and sometimes it's just conversation, but then there's times that we talk about stuff and personal with him and what's going on and the team and things like that. So, you know, I'm big on that, making sure, you know, if anything's bothering him or what I have on my, you know, in my head at the time, I want to discuss it with him.
What's your sense of the pulse of the room right now? A couple of tough losses, like.
Well,
the spirit?
Yeah, their spirit's good. I thought, like in practice yesterday, like you correct things with video and talk and all that, and then you go out and you work on things in practice. And I thought that the spirit was good in practice and the energy, and guys, you know, they're ready to go tonight. I mean, they're disappointed too. You know, that's the way it is in the game. You know, players aren't happy either when, you know, not winning, not playing well. You know, so they understand that.
But so the team goes through a little bit of adversity. What have you learned about the right things and the wrong things to say to them in this situation?
That's a feel thing, I think, more than anything. And I think, you know, throughout the year, when you do go through adversity, you look at how you're playing the game and what you're seeing, and, you know, if it's an effort thing, if it's a battle thing, what it is. You know, there is mistakes made in the game, every game. But depending on the situation is how I handle that.
What's your sense of if Max Pacioretty is healthy enough for you to go? You were mentioning yesterday.
Yeah. If you know, he feels like he's ready to go and he's good to go, he'll be in the lineup.
Any other lineup changes you foresee?
Yeah, there'll be one on defense too.
So what can Myers give you if he gets a chance?
Well, he came into camp and earned a spot. You know, he played physical. He was good on the penalty kill. He was defending very well back there. He's a big guy. You know, just a simple game, but hard to play against is the best way I can put it. And he killed well for us in preseason.
What does Timothy have to do to get back in?
Well, I mean, right now it's a little bit of a numbers game. I know I threw him in there for a game, and it's hard with one game. I mean, he's got to be patient right now. I mean, that's just the way it is. We make decisions as a staff in an organization of what we feel is best at the time. So he's working on his game, and he's working, and he'll get another opportunity.
What stands out to you about Riley, his game, and the way he started this season?
Riley's a good player. I mean, real good puck mover and sees the ice well and makes plays. And, I think, the one thing I stressed with him earlier on in the summertime and throughout camp is just killing plays in our zone and being responsible defensively.
You guys brought Hakanpää and Dewar on this trip. I imagine they're getting somewhat close.
Yeah, and I thought it was good for them to come and be around the players and the team, and getting on the ice with the guys a little bit, here now. So they're getting to the point where it's getting close.
Stolarz, he didn't even play in those last 2 games. We spent so much time talking about it. What sort of confidence and trust do you feel like he's built up with the group just with the way he started this season?
Yeah, well, a lot, because he's played extremely well, and he's been confident in net, and he's done what he had to do to give us a chance to win every night.